The first trailer for Blumhouse's Halloween sequel brings us back to Haddonfield 40 years after Michael Myers' iconic killing spree. Crucially, according to this new trailer, those were the last murders committed by Michael Myers, Michael's psychiatrist, who was so memorably played by British actor Donald Pleasence. It's odd they use the word investigate and not study in relation to Michael's case. What's there left to investigate 40 years later? Possibly there's a plot. There's a brief glimpse of a child facing a wall. This may be Michael, who was first committed as a child after murdering his sister in 1963. Interestingly, the male voice states that Michael was taken into custody on Halloween night in 1978, natural in nature, which later sequels reinforced. It'll be interesting to see if we find out any more about this, and whether the new movie reduces Michael to a more natural threat than that ending implied. We see Michael isolated in the courtyard, and he appears to be tethered to a In this daytime sequence, Laurie Strode's granddaughter, Allison, walks alongside her two friends, Dave and Vicky. It's strongly reminiscent of a scene in the original movie, which sees Laurie walking with Linda and Annie. Next, we see Laurie's house, which appears to be rigged with security cameras and floodlights, towards the climax of the original movie. During this montage, we hear Dave say something about Michael being Laurie's brother. Allison corrects him, saying that was something people made up. Indeed, they did. The revelation escape. Michael tracks down the investigators, and well, you can probably figure out what's gonna happen next. Just as in the original movie, Michael has killed a mechanic and stolen his overalls to wear. It was a strong look in 1978, but if you pause it just right, you'll see that Michael is smashing the face of the male investigator into the cubicle door. The scare at the 2-minute mark is similar in construction to one that takes place in the original movie. Michael's feet and face are out of shot, and when the children bump into him, it appears that maybe prior to visiting Michael, Martin the investigator interviews Laurie for his research. You can see the fortifications on the window behind him, placing this in Laurie's home. Even after all these years, she firmly believes him still to be the boogeyman. He appears to be a rather attentive babysitter in this scene, unlike Linda in the original. It looks likely she won't escape Michael's rage. And if we know anything about Michael beyond his blank, pale, emotionless face and black eyes, it's that he loves a good. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe everywhere you like to watch IGN.